It's Katie Lee, and this is Katie Lee on Z103, the podcast, a replay of today's full show. Z103, it's Katie Lee. Calving season is starting to pick up a little bit for us. I got lucky last night, and I did not get a late shift. The night before, I had to check cows at 2 a.m., and that one's always hard because it interrupts your REM cycle, your REM sleeping, whatever it is. And so I got to check at 10 o'clock, and I called my mom. I was like, Mom, we got a handful of cows that are looking a little calvy out here. And so you just got to look for the signs. When you go out and check, you drive around, you spotlight everybody, and you just check every cow and make sure that they're not showing any signs that they're about to give birth. And if they are, usually it depends on where they're at in the field. So if they're like with the rest of everybody in a warm circle, then we usually let them, have the calf out there. Or we'll sometimes take them into the barn so they can be in there, and we won't have to get the calf in when it's born. Sometimes you always have to make sure, you have to double check and make sure everybody's looking okay, because sometimes you have a situation where the calf is starting to be born backwards. And so that's when you do need to take it in. And that's when we have to go and get the rest of the family and pull the calf. So basically the mom needs assistance in having the calf when it's coming out backwards. But so far we've had everybody turn out to be all right. We had one calf last night. He was just a little too cold. And so we had to get him a little bit of a booster shot so he would warm up and get his body going just a little bit more. But I think so far, so good. Everybody's been all right. Sorry if you're not really into cows or farming and ranching, but that's who I am. And so you're probably going to start getting a little bit more of those kind of stories from me. Like I said, sorry, not sorry. Katie Lee here on Z103, Idaho's #1 hit music channel. I've got your 2 o'clock tea for you today. And we're going straight to the music news. Selena Gomez is teasing some new music. Kelly Clarkson started her own record label. And there was one that I was reading. Lady Gaga and Rose will appear in Bruno Mars' upcoming video. And then I was reading that SZA is going to perform with Kendrick Lamar at the Super Bowl halftime show. When is the Super Bowl? I don't pay attention to football, but I probably need to pay attention to when this is going to be so I know. And then I saw this one. 3 people were busted trying to sell $200,000 worth of fake Jason Kelce memorabilia, which honestly, that's totally more valid than the Travis Kelce stuff. Like, Travis is cool and everything, but Jason Kelce is top tier, so I understand that. I'm going to be applying for this. There's a site called Finance Buzz, and they're hiring one person to taste 20 different Super Bowl snacks from Costco. And the plus about it is that it pays $1,000 plus $500 gift card to buy the food. Applications are open through next Wednesday. I'm not going to lie. I love Costco. I don't have a Costco membership. They always kick me out. But they always have really good food. Z103, it's Katie Lee. I have a lot of nephews in my family. I have 3 nieces and, let's see. Don't make you do the math. I have a lot of nephews, and none of them are like absolutely positively obsessed with music like I am. I need at least one musician in the family. And so, texted my sister today. Well, I sent her a TikTok, and this little kid was learning the song Tequila on the saxophone. And I'm just like, listen, the only child in this family that I feel like would be a fantastic musician that is just goofy and fun is your kid. So I told her, I was like, I'm getting your son a saxophone once he gets a little bit older, but he's going to get a saxophone. He's going to learn to play the saxophone. She's like, absolutely not. Do not do this to me. I'm just like, come on. Don't you want to be sitting in your house listening to your son playing the beautiful saxophone? He could be the next Kenny G. And she's just like, no. And I was like, that's going to happen. I got to have at least one in the family. I tried to get one to play the guitar. I tried to get one to play the drums. I'm trying here. So I'm going to try and get him to play the saxophone because I love the saxophone. Plus, how funny would it be? You're sitting in your living room and your child is practicing Tequila on the saxophone. The song Tequila, okay? Da, 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 that one, okay? So we all remember when TikTok was banned for like 12 hours, right? Well, somebody in Arizona and Idaho Falls. Actually, I saw this in Idaho Falls. There was a girl, one of the tattoo artists here, Rhonda Tattoo. She actually got somebody to come in at 11 o'clock that night to get a headstone with that said like RIP TikTok with the year that it came out in 2025. And then TikTok came back the next day. So somebody did it here in Idaho Falls, and then somebody also did it in Arizona. I wonder what these people thought about the tattoo once TikTok came back the next day. I need to know because I know this happened in Idaho Falls. I got to text this girl and see what happened. Katie Lee here on Z103, Idaho's #1 hit music channel. EastIdahoNews.com recently just did a story about this. They're talking about the Idaho Falls Fire Department. They are alerting residents about scammers posing as fire department officials. So these imposters are demanding immediate payments over the phone for alleged fire code violations. And they're requesting photos of fire safety equipment. And so you got to remember that real fire departments will never ask for instant payments or personal information this way. And if you receive such a call, hang up, verify by contacting the department directly, and, stay vigilant, protect your personal information. So if you want more information, you can head over to EastIdahoNews.com. I feel like people that are coming up with like new treats and snacks are officially running out of ideas because Cinnamon Toast Crunch teamed up with Totino's Pizza Rolls for a new pizza flavored cereal. And they say that it tastes like pizza, but also still has their Cinnadust on it. And the only way to get this is you have to win a box through the Cinnamon Toast Crunch online store next Tuesday. And all I got to say is, please no. That sounds disgusting. Pizza with cinnamon sugar? Ugh. Katie Lee here on Z103, Idaho's #1 hit music channel. I've got your heart-to-heart for today. And I know there's a lot of us out there that are feeling this. The online dating burnout. Okay, you're swiping left and right and matching, ghosting. It's like an endless cycle of that weird small talk and then the what do you do for fun text. I'm so over it. And at some point, you just start thinking, is this even worth it? What if I just quit dating altogether? I could be happy alone. But here's the thing. It's okay, and it's actually healthy to take a pause on this because dating should not feel like a chore, especially online dating. So with that, take a break, focus on the things that you love, like, I don't know, reading, taking some time for yourself, and let the apps collect some dust. You might find that the best connections come when you're not even looking. At least that's what they say. Sometimes it's true, sometimes it's not, and it's really annoying when they say that, so I'm just going to ignore that. Anyways, if nothing else, at least you're no longer reading bios that say fluent in sarcasm or those fish photos that they post every single time. If I see another man holding up a fish in his profile, I might just go crazy. Katie Lee here on Z103. I've got nerd news for you. I am not the brightest crayon in the crayon box, but I enjoy reading these things that are just, very sciencey, very nerdy. So if you like these things, here you go. Apparently, we were wrong about what causes sunburns. They say that a study found it mainly damages our RNA, not the DNA. So it could lead to sunscreens that are more effective. That would be nice. Let's see. Space news. We found a planet with 20,000 mile per hour winds. Okay. Dinosaur news. There was a study that found first dinosaurs were probably evolved around 240 million years ago in Africa and South America. All the continents were connected by then, so it was really just one general area. This one is interesting. The magnetic North Pole continues to shift towards Russia and away from Canada. And I guess it's moved about 1,500 miles since we started tracking it in 1831. Interesting. This one's a little weird and annoying. China announced a big foot race between humans and robots. It's going to happen this spring. So there's going to be robots from 20 different companies that are going to run a half marathon in Beijing against 12,000 people. So the rules say that they have to look vaguely human, have to have 2 legs, not 4, and they can't have wheels. That's weird. I don't like that at all. Anyways, nerd news for you. This world is just weird. Katie Lee here on Z103, Idaho's #1 hit music channel. Got your daily dummy for you today. There was a pew-pew fight at Wendy's in Kentucky earlier this month. And the dumbest thing about it is that the fight started over cold fries. Okay? I mean, I understand he was mad that his fries were cold, so I understand for that to be mad, but usually you just walk up to the front desk person and be like, hey, I need some new fries, some fresh fries. These ones are cold and I don't want to eat them. That's totally fine. You paid money, you can ask for warm fries, especially if they give you cold fries. But this was definitely an overreaction. There was an employee that was injured, but she'll be okay. And the person that started the fight is facing charges from it. So, yeah, probably don't do that. Like I said, stay calm, cool, and collected in these situations, please. Z103, it's Katie Lee, and I'm out of here for the day, my friends. I hope you have a fabulous rest of your evening. Y'all stay safe, stay legit, be awesome, and I'll see you back here tomorrow. Bye. Oh, wait, no. It's Friday. I'll see you on Monday. Bye. Thanks for listening to Katie Lee on Z103, the podcast. If you enjoyed the show, please share, subscribe, and rate the podcast. Katie Lee on Z103 is hosted by Katie Lee and is a production of Riverbend Media Group. For more information or to contact the show, visit riverbendmediagroup.com.